Dr. Sudha Acharya, obviously at present she holds the principalship at the ITL Public School in Dwarka, New Delhi. And she is also the president of the Sankalp Sahodaya Schools, which is a regional CBSE Principals Association of her region. She was also formerly the chairperson of the NPSC, which is the National Progressive Schools Council, and she is based in New Delhi. And her forte to me is promoting inclusive practices where every child's right to education is respected. And there have been, she is obviously, people like her are always a very key aspect of resource person or our master trainers with CBSE, which she is already. And with specific, I would say, awards or recognition, there are many, but I believe she is a national recipient, or even the state of New Delhi award recipient is being backed by Sudhaji in her tenure of over 30 years with school education. So she's is a very, very distinguished educator from our part of the world. And more than that, she's a distinguished leader, I would say, in the school fraternity of our country. Sudhaji, welcome once again. Good to have you with us, and always pleasure seeing you. And I would request that if we can do this, that if you have initial thoughts on how the year went by, as in your own sort of a little summary to it, and then once you have spoken it, then I will ask you for a question to begin with. Right? That's the way we will do it. Please, over to
Good
you.
evening. Good evening and namaskar to all of you. The change makers, as I say, the teachers, the mentors, the rock stars of our education system. You are the soul of our education system. Without invested teachers, our school education system will fall apart. If we discuss 2025, I think we have traversed through the most exciting phase of education with the advent of new education policy and NCF FS and NCF SE, school education and foundational stage. We have gone through lot of changes. These are systemic changes. There are practice changes. There are policy changes. Changes in the very grassroots level. So all of you are still trying to really embed them in our regular practice. But if I really summarize, then I would say that the changes are in the sphere of curriculum, pedagogy, and assessment. And more holistically, if I come to, then well-being matters the most for me. And for me, teachers' well-being is the foremost. Because for me, the school education travels from staff room to classroom. If the staff room well-being is taken care, then classroom well-being is naturally taken care. So that is my way of looking at 2025. And mainly as a school leader, I would say that my vision and mission, I have seen that the school leader has immense responsibility of taking care of students and teachers. I believe that if we provide compassionate, comforting, caring environment to children, then every child matters. Every child can learn and thrive and productively contribute towards nation building. So that we have shifted from teacher centric. The way we have been taught in our childhood, it was teacher centric. Teacher was at the center of classroom providing information. Now you see there is universal access to information. I would say information explosion. So our role has very much changed from imparting information to a mentor, to a coach, and everybody can be a teacher. But I believe everybody can be a teacher, but very few are really educators and lifelong coach or mentors. So if that is our passion, then I think the right kind of changes are happening. Only thing is that we have to imbibe them and practice them pragmatically in school. So for that, school principal is the key person. I believe because you have to provide that kind of ambience, that conducive environment to the teachers where they can put in their best effort and they can achieve success. So when I say success, it is not academic at all. It is not academic at all. It is holistic. I don't see children as scoring machines. I don't see teachers whose classroom average is highest. They are the star teachers for me. No, it is the very notion is very wrong. Now our whole attention has changed. So the vision and mission of school leader matters the most. And whatever is your vision, that has to be loud and clear declared on every forum in the school. If you want to make school wide improvement, earlier we used to only collect data. Now we are focusing on data conversation. We are,
Absolutely.
yeah. So earlier we never spoke about foundational literacy and numeracy and learning gap. It is so much focus on assessment, standardized assessment, uniformity, and how do we achieve academic success. That was our focus. But now the whole focus has changed from content or coverage to I would say competency and capacity building of children. So no longer the focus is on content because content is available. But that content has to be applied, has to be used in unfamiliar way. So when a child is observing something, are we facilitating the child to reflect, to reevaluate, to recreate, to redesign? So when I'm saying always co-learning, co-create, co-designing means teacher has to display learning in the classroom. That is even I have to display learning in the school, wherever I am, in the corridor, in the classroom, in my room, wherever. If I think that I should be remain calm in any situation, then I have to provide that kind of ambience to the whole school. So my mission and vision has to be clear, and the focus has changed, that every day doing something new. Whatever is coming, let's adopt one after another initiative. As we go after or run after them, we have to stop that. Sustainability, coherence, and stability is the key, and consistency. So whatever few projects we have taken, we have to be consistently, we have to improve upon. Like we say, don't compare with anybody else, you compare or compete with yourself. When we talk to children like this, we have to also think about us.
So
And for teachers, one more thing where we don't think about it is keeping evidence and record. We are very bad at that. You are creating magic every day in the classroom, but you don't keep evidence of your magic creation in the classroom. And that has to be done as per NEP, 360-degree of your assessment also. It's not in negative way. You take assessment from your colleague, from children, from parents. How are you doing? So that there is scope for improvement always. So these are the new paradigm which we are going through. I'll be speaking on this much more.
fantastic. I think you've said it very well, Sudhaji, as in you have given us a little peek into what are the focus priorities, or what is the mind share you are having right now as a leader. A couple of aspects while we have been discussing about this in our previous discussions also. So I'm going to ask you the same thing, which is one is that you already alluded to, which is teacher well-being. Now, as schools, as a system, or as a country, do we do enough for our teachers' welfare, if I may say? So can we open up this discussion a little more through you as to what are your views when we talk about teacher welfare, if I may say? What are the aspects? Maybe one of them can a leader will pick up in 2026 and develop it further for their teachers' welfare. Please.
Definitely. In my introductory comment itself, I said teacher matters the most.
Correct.
Before that, I would just little bit elaborate what are the shifts we have done really last year or after 2020. We went through the COVID, so education continued in emergency. And then what are the changes we are witnessing, we have witnessed, and what are the solution we are thinking of? So for me, the first point is, as I said, from content to competency. The second may be in the assessment sphere, from report card or standardized assessment to holistic assessment or holistic progress card. This is a much required change, or I say that in the practice we have already started doing that.
Mhm.
Then innovation as initiative to innovation as infrastructure. all of us always we are saying that we have taken this initiative as innovative measure. No, it has to be embedded into the school culture. Innovation as a culture, as infrastructure, well-being as optional to operational, well-being in every sphere of your school functioning, and well-being of your admin staff, your conservancy staff, your teaching staff, non-teaching staff, and then only the whole school will be healthy and happy. Always we are
Mhm.
talking about creating happy classroom. Happy classroom will be created by whom? By a happy teacher only. So if we take care of their neural growth, their professional growth, their personal growth also. So we have
Mm.
to look for holistic well-being of teachers. One is from CBP to action research. Every time we are saying teachers neural growth, when I say what kind of mental um, uh, stimulation they want in their own subject or in other field, we keep asking them where you need
Okay.
training. So
Mhm.
capacity building we always talk, but we are very poor at action research. So I would urge all the teachers and mentors who are listening today, please focus on action research. This has much greater impact and significance than a CBP. You attend a workshop, then you forget. It is maybe a reinforcement, but action research really, you will get the learning outcome, and then you are applying that. You are doing research. So that is much more important, which is focused by NCF and NEP. The another is, I said, data collection to data driven informed choices. I'll come to that later on in detail, how we are using data. We really acquire a lot of data in school, but that's all. We create data and then we don't apply them. Where all we can, data driven information or decision making can be done, that I can focus from performative school to pragmatic school. Every time we are just comparing, okay, last year board average, how much was there, who was the topper, this year how many have scored 90%. So always we are focusing on performance. So we have to little diverse from that, and on holistic aspect we have to see our school. Then another is greater attention to belongingness and engagement, which is greatly missing. I should be more candid in this. Hardly we see belongingness among the children, among the teachers, towards the institution where they are working, to the
Mhm.
subject they are teaching. There is really missing belongingness. It is by the way they are doing a job. So teaching is a profession, it's not a job. It's a very, very noble job where your passion, your commitment is required. So you need to belong to your children, you need to belong to the institution where you are working, and you need to bring in greater engagement, involvement of your student, which is missing also. And another is a quick fix academic recovery. It is never a quick fix, it is multi-layered. So I have told you few points where we have shifted really. Then of course technology overpowering. We are very, very apprehensive that use of AI maybe. Remember, teachers can never be replaced. You are there forever. I mean, a classroom without a human being, every technology, I always say that there is humanization of technology. The other end of technology, there is a human being, that is you. So we have to focus on digital citizenship, digital literacy of both teachers and students. So for me, I have summarized how I saw 2025 and what are the shifts. Now coming to well-being, I truly believe, and I can share with you few initiative which I have taken
Yes.
for my teacher well-being. One, I said that I really take care of their personal health and well-being. There is hardly any teacher in my school. I have 130 or 40 teachers. Uh, I can assume who can behave in what way and what is in their family dynamics, everything very, very personal. So there is always a personal connection, one to one talk. And every little small achievement should be recognized, should be awarded. Any teacher doing, even if you are a corridor in charge, also, if you are getting one corridor to take care, you can do innovation, and that has to be recognized. So for teacher professional development, and when I say, when AI as a subject was introduced, when multimedia as a subject was introduced by CBSE, some of my computer department teachers said that we need training and you can open the subject, but we need a course. So we really sponsored their courses. We helped them professionally to grow, and it was for my benefit only. I opened those subjects, you know. So AI, I am offering in 11th, 12th, I am offering multimedia web tech designing. And then when we have 95 to 98% female workforce in teaching. So of course, their family matters the most to me, for them also, to me also. If their family is healthy and happy, I am getting a happy teacher. So when they go for maternity leave, I always ask them after childbirth, after 4 months of their maternity leave, whatever they get, which app you are comfortable. You don't have to attend school, because my own teacher is coming to the class. If she can take her classes and go back and take care of her child. So either it is in the first half or in the second half, they come to the school, take class and go. I do it for every teacher.
Very
So that
nice.
is very, very important. And Saturdays, mostly we have health talks, we have yoga sessions. Even I have sponsored, Dr. Sikha Sarma's health and nutrition, that Ayurvedic nutrition on Teachers' Day. All the teachers did that. So this kind of professional, and then one annual picnic or excursion for 1 week, which management really sponsors. So they go
Oh,
out of, my school is situated in Delhi, they go abroad. This is basically for our school only, camaraderie.
right.
I mean, that is belongingness. The team building happens informally there. So in the classroom, in the school, it is not possible. And we have a wellness cafe at school. We have a wellness cafe and a calm zone. So it is okay not to be okay. So some days we, all of us, we don't feel good. Every day you are
Correct.
not at the pink of your health. So you go to the calm zone. You have detox water. You have soothing music, and you have a person to talk to. And I have a body bench, which is not only for children but for teachers also.
Very
Once
nice.
you are sitting there, somebody is coming to lending a hand or lending empathetic ear to listen to it. It's not hearing, it is listening, active listening. So all your personal and professional care, if the school is taking care, and unnecessary stay back. Most of the school I hear that there is weekly thrice stay back and all. I don't have any stay back. If they want stay back, they have to give me agenda. They have to give me agenda, because I am using my resources. So whether it is personally utilized or not, and for what they are staying back, then only. Otherwise, unnecessarily. And then how we can reduce their work burden. These days, teachers are burning out, school leaders are burning
Correct.
out, because besides academics, we are doing so many things. Every day, something, some event. We are mostly now event managers. You organize Swachhata Abhiyan, you have organized 𝒖𝒊𝒂 Divas, and everything you have to do and then upload evidence. So basically, what we are doing, I mean, it's not out of joy. So teaching has to be a profession which is done out of joy, um, pure joy, I would say, if you really enjoy. But that part is taken away from us. So, but how we can manage that? Maybe we can change our school schedule and timetable and activity schedule aligned with the government schemes which are coming to us, that you have to these days. By last 5 to 6 years, we know now which are the things which are coming. So instead of having your own schedule, maybe you align it with your CBSE calendar, with government calendar, the things which are coming from ministry. Maybe we can reduce our burden. And I am using greatly. There is no
Mm,
point banning any technology. You can't ban any technology. Embrace it and facilitate. You have to reduce your time. I mean, the time you invest. So I'll tell you how. I mean, there are maybe 10 tools which can be used in the classroom, and basically by the teachers to reduce their work burden. There only I'm really interested to use
use.
technology. Yeah. So teacher well-being matters the most. And so you can Even for anybody, if the teacher is saying I'm not well today, then she has to be taken care. A new teacher joining in my school, I never go and observe her class. Teacher class observation is a huge judgmental and opinionated state of affair in every school. What we do, every teacher gets a mentor is a friend, not a HOD or senior. So it's a same age group mentor, and the new teacher is getting acclimatized with the school culture. We have proper corporate style induction. So the exam controller will come and tell her what are the practices, a school building tour, the coordinators take care, how the school is working. The teacher first observes HOD's class. The teacher observes mentor's class, colleagues' class. For 2-3 months, after 3 months only, the HOD goes and observes the class, whether it is up to the school culture or not. Then I may have one-to-one interaction just with the teacher, whether she's finding it comfortable, what are the new things she's learning here, and from her previous work space, if she wants to introduce any new practice in the school. So I talk to her, and then only class observation comes by the school leader. By that time, the teacher is highly comfortably placed. So to
Absolutely.
provide the teachers that comforting space, and the youngest one can come up, and teachers principal's door should be open. Teachers should not take appointment to meet the school leader. That practice should not be there. So I think that if you provide that kind of atmosphere, well-being is taken care.
Okay, fantastic. That was in one sense, more or less everything is covered in that answers beautifully. But couple of things which I really thought I would love to hear a little more on it from you, Sudhaji, is use the word belongingness example. So just for myself or for benefit of everyone, can belongingness be inculcated?
Yes, you need to.
Mhm.
Belongingness come sorry. Belongingness comes naturally to few.
Correct. Exactly. Which is why that's a question that
I
because
conducted a session in Nipa for JNB and Navodaya and Sarvodaya, all those
correct,
principals, they get transfer.
correct.
It is transferable. So principals were saying one principal who belongs to Bihar
Mhm.
was posted in Nagaland
Okay.
or in Sikkim. So
Mhm.
principal himself did not belong to the place, to the culture, to the people,
Mhm.
could not
Correct.
appreciate the culture, the people, the climate, the cuisine, the costume, nothing.
Mhm. Mhm.
So when that principal is heading a school there, so the principal, the school leader is not belonging to the
Mhm.
institution.
Mhm.
So the
Mhm.
whole module was based on that.
Mhm.
How do you really inspire and motivate your co-workers
Correct.
and the children to belong to the institution?
Mhm.
If teachers in between, one thing I'll say, teacher attrition or teacher career progression for
Mhm.
me matters the most. In my school, if the teachers, somebody knows my school or the teachers are listening, they have progressed from pre-primary to primary to TGT to PGT.
Mhm.
So my teachers are not looking at the newspaper every Tuesday what better job is available, how much they are. Yes. So stability matters the most.
Correct.
Then I have done something for that. The teacher belong to my school because they
Mm.
see their career progression here.
True.
If
True.
and then I guide them how they can acquire real skills or the certification. Suppose a pre-primary teacher having all the qualification for pre-primary teacher, then I say you do the B.Ed, you clear all the CTET. So slowly they are acquiring those certification, and they are upgrading themselves in educational qualification as well as skill required.
True.
So the PRT can move to TGT, can move to PGT. I have many.
Mm.
So it's a school of 25 years. Last Teachers' Day, I recognize 9 to 10 teachers who completed 25 years, and then 12 to 13 teachers who are completing 20 years. So
Wow.
many are there who are completing 15 years. I have got service wives, defense, and bureaucrats. Third time, fourth time, they're coming back to India and joining the school. That's called belongingness.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So
That was
because they don't here money doesn't matter, but
correct.
the culture, the
Correct.
ambience, the learning environment, the whole thing matters. So belongingness means when you really hold the institution at the supreme and you belong there. You work for the pride of the institution. You feel proud of the institution that I work
Correct.
here. So that is belongingness for me. And unfortunately, even amongst children, you don't see belongingness. I was talking to my class 12 farewell. My speech was based on belongingness. That's why I
Mhm.
appointed this. It was very fresh in mind that you belong to yourself. I find our young teachers and adolescent children, they don't belong to themselves at all. They always keep comparing. They want to live life or lead life of somebody else. They don't love the way they are. They should understand that you are the most unique creature of God or
Absolutely.
creation of God. And however God has created you, you are the best. Love the way you are unconditionally. When you belong to yourself, when you respect yourself, then automatically everybody else will respect you.
Absolutely.
No, you belong to your parents, belong to the institution where you are studying. Most importantly, belong to yourself. Don't get always seek validity. You post something and then you think that 400 likes will come. Otherwise, you are not good enough. So you have to realize your worth and belong to yourself. So for
Correct.
me, that is belongingness.
No, no, which is why I think in your all the statement that ownership, I would say, because that's been again a theme, underlining theme we have been observing from all the leaders who are joining us, stating this
Yeah.
in today's time, instant gratification or a sudden shift of mood here or there, and and a teacher leaves the organization without any kind of commitment to the institution or to the student they were teaching for that matter, right? Suddenly you leave just because there's a little better opportunity, maybe, which you are seeing momentarily. It may be not a greater opportunity, but you see it right now and you make that movement. And considering we are living in the gig economy, now people are today very, very hard pressed for what we call it a long-term commitment. They do not see themselves to be doing something for long 20, 10, 10, 20. You are very blessed, if I may say. There are 25 years old teachers who are working in an institution is a phenomenal number, I would say. It is very, I would
Yes.
say, will become a rarity very, very soon.
I
Uh,
gave a session on IIT Delhi, I think, Mr. Harish Chaudhary, So he said, Sudha, how come attrition rate is almost negligible in your school? So I was
exactly.
telling all these things, like what I do. I mean, the maternity leave, beyond that, giving them flexibility that you come and teach and go, and we
Correct.
will sponsor your professional requirement. And always there is a training need coordinator who is asking you where all you need improvement. I mean, if
No,
you
no,
need some help, then it will be given by the school. And profession and personal health also. Their health, their well-being matters the most. They should be happy. And consistency, when I say the time when we joined this profession, we first of all tried to prove ourselves, why I'm not being the coordinator, why I'm not a class rep, why I'm not activity in charge, why I'm not assembly in charge. We wanted responsibility
correct.
so that we can prove ourselves. This young generation is not like that. So
Hmm.
they say that school bell has gone, phone switch off. Beyond school
Correct.
hour will not work. It's okay. There has to be a work-life balance. But they
Hmm.
don't try to prove themselves. I would say that one teacher who applied for English, she came and then I have shared responsibility leadership. I have distributed, delegated my leadership to my coordinators, to my HODs, so that they take the onus. If a HOD is really recruiting faculty, so she has to recruit the best one. So I come at the
Absolutely.
end. So the
Hmm.
new teacher asked how many CL, how many EL, how many ML, how many stay back, how many gazetted, how many RH, all those things. So then the HOD came and said that this is the interaction. Then I thought that I must meet this young girl. And I said, anybody has forced you to work or to come to the teaching profession? Because you never asked which classes we will get to teach. You know, in our time, PGTs will join and say, oh, class 12 is not given to us. We are not good enough. We need class 12. Means
Correct.
we want the highest responsibility, board responsibility.
Absolutely.
You know, this is not, you will not see these things these days. So they see that, okay, opportunity is there. Let us join the job. Anywhere, anything else. I mean, learning environment is coming at the end.
No, very absolutely finer observation. Exactly this what I'm sure everyone of leaders are experiencing there in their
So you
respective
may
institutions.
get very well paid. I'll get my own daughter into the picture. She, after IIT and IIM, what she did, she got through Goldman Sachs, she got through JP Morgan and all those things. Then you know what she evaluated, where the work culture is the best. And finally, she joined JP Morgan because it is very good for girls. They get take care, work-life balance is maintained. So work culture matters the most. You know,
Absolutely.
but for
Absolutely.
many young girls, they don't think that how best we will learn and grow. Your growth matters the most than what I said, performative, a quick fix, to
Correct.
be pragmatic. Performance always doesn't matter, you know. So that's why you have to stress on your stability, on your consistency, on your sustainability, on your coherence and growth. So have a growth mindset than fixed mindset that, okay, 5,000 extra, so jump. So it may not actually help in your career
In
growth
the longer run.
in the
Absolutely.
long run.
Absolutely. No, very well said. In fact, Sudhaji, that is the idea that your finer observations are very, very pertinent. And not only pertinent, I'm sure everybody is experiencing those in their respective institutions. Couple of more questions. One is that you talked about AI and the extensive usage of AI in your institution. If you can give us some used cases of AI, maybe, which
Yeah.
have a very direct impact in your institution, that will help us greatly.
I'll
Please.
tell you one, we have used an assessment.
Okay.
So
Yes.
how I reduced my rate of failures to almost negligible. So all of us, you are creating a lot of mark sheet, your ERP and lot of data you are creating. Do you really use those data or you just give the report card to the parents? You
Correct.
know, writing that there is scope for improvement, has to work hard, this kind of generic statement. Till now, we used to do that. But once we do that, suppose those who are not performing very well, let's say 45 below, you know, in private school, because we are striving towards excellence, for us pass percentage is not 33, I take it as 45. So
Mhm.
45 below, how I can lift them up, how they can move up to 60 to 65
Correct.
to 70.
Mm.
Overnight I can't take them to 90 and I don't
Correct.
wish to. So
Correct.
that's why these students, when I really scheduled support classes, we don't say remedial,
Mhm.
which has a negative connotation, we support them. So the support classes are scheduled in such a way, after every 5 6 class we conduct one, maybe oral test or pen and paper test, maybe a quiz using technology which is self-evaluatory, or a video, or any form, not always pen and paper, but
Mhm.
every 4 5 classes there is a test
Mhm.
to know whether the child is growing from single digit to second day of 2 digit number. Suppose the
Mhm.
child was having 6 and 7, whether move to 11, 11 to 17, 17 to maybe 23 and 33 and like that. So when we do that, to do that, we saw there, here we used AI, my computer department, what they did, question wise analysis. Question number 5, 90% of students did it correctly.
Correct.
So the concept is clear.
Mm.
Question number 13, only 30% of children could attempt.
Mm.
Maybe question number 19, everybody did it wrongly. Or question number 3, everybody misinterpreted. They
Mhm.
have answered the
Mhm.
question, but they
Mhm.
could not understand the question. What it maybe it is a synthesis kind of question,
Correct.
no, using the concept of 2 3 chapters, 2 3 concepts.
Mm.
So they could not apply that knowledge. So this gave us some insight, so that whether the teacher has to go back to those concepts, has to change strategy in teaching. So this is how we used it, AI in assessment.
Assessment part, correct.
And then
Fantastic.
we have and then we thought that I have many children with special need. So it's an inclusive school. So we have to take care of these vulnerable students, how they can move with other children because they don't sit separately.
Correct.
So whether mind mapping is working, whether music therapy is working, or education through sports, maybe I take them to basketball court and then teach them speed, velocity, and height and distance and everything so that they understand better way, or any other way. I mean, it is multimodal,
Mhm.
differentiated instruction. So personalized learning can happen through using AI. That is
Okay.
very, very important. And
Mhm.
education anytime, anywhere, that we have seen during COVID. But using the tools, even attendance also we have improved. My coordinator of 6 to 8, she did this innovation, and every day she used to recognize the students who are maintaining 10 days in a month, 20 days in a month, 25 days. So data is used beautifully. It is
Beautifully.
not only big data we are acquiring, it is using data driven decision making. So
Making.
in that way we saw 100% attendance or attendees have gone up. These days getting 100% attendance is rare phenomenon. So
Absolutely.
now we are working on that using data. We have improved our assessment, teaching, learning strategy, even your shuffle. Most of you teachers, you know
Correct.
about shuffle. So that is what, how many children, this is a school's report card, not children's report card. How many children are at the basic level, below basic level, at the excellence level or proficiency level? When we know, then we change or strategize our teaching learning. We do short term, medium term, long term goal for our children with special need.
Mhm.
We set priority targets, and if we do not achieve that target, then change the strategy. This
Okay.
is how our AI can be used to reduce your burden so that you don't waste time on clerical jobs.
The manual intervention.
Yes.
Absolutely. Correct.
So for
Fantastic.
that also, I need to train them. I
Train
need to
them,
train them
100%. Yeah.
periodically. Digital literacy for teachers is most. I remember in my time when newly technology came in and we had to type the question paper and all. Lot of us, we really make a big fuss that our appointment is not for that. We are supposed to teach, but now we all are so proficient, using technology. So it takes time, but if you really train them, then teachers will are the first one to come up to the occasion, rise up to the occasion.
Absolutely. Sudha, you have, I think, emphasized very, I mean, emphatically on the professional development of teachers or upskilling, right? As per your assessment over the years, what is an optimum number of sort of a training hours a teacher should undertake? Optimum number, I mean to say, it can be different to different for different individuals, but what have been your observation? Because in our previous session, one of the leaders pointed out that I get into almost 160 hours of professional development for our teachers, of which only 50%, as in 50 hours, is just for their personal development in terms of their professional communication skill, how to become a better teacher only, and then maybe other aspect of training. What is your, if you have that number in your mind, what
Yeah,
is that
I
number?
have divided that training hours into action research and pure simple training.
Okay.
I invited Ajim Premji, University
Mhm.
resource
Mhm.
person, marvelous resource person. They were
Okay.
fantastic. So
Mhm.
it's an university research based, action
Mhm.
research based.
Mhm.
So CBSE has collaborated with them, and 10 of my teachers went and they got trained there. Then
Okay.
when they came and percolated in my school, there is a practice. Any teacher going to attend any training has to percolate it down next Saturday
To the
to the whole
next Saturday.
staff so
Correct.
that it comes. So when they came and spoke about it, then I could know that it is so good that now why should other teachers be
Be
left
left
behind?
behind.
So
Absolutely.
I called them to school, and they don't come to school level, but with lot of requests they came. And it was basically how item writing, how you frame question paper. Question paper is an art. And we are stressing 50% question on competency based. If you know what is competency based education, then only we can frame competency based
Absolutely.
assessment. So they trained all my teachers, and every one of them, they were hugely really satisfied that this is what we required. And then they set the ball rolling for action research. So I
Okay.
give target to all my teachers. You do action research, one on your core subject and one on interdisciplinary, like music, biology, history, and
Correct.
sports together. Maybe economics, business studies, maths, accountancy, statistics. Very well, they can be combined. So you do one interdisciplinary so that teachers get collaborative. They work together, they do research together, and one purely on your subject. And I find teachers explode much beyond their textbook, their knowledge horizon. They go much beyond when they
Fantastic.
do action research. And then
Mhm.
they come and their paper is presented in the school auditorium and it gets peer evaluated. All of us, we sit together and listen to their work. And it is only recognition and appreciation and suggestion. There is no opinion, no judgment, and
Mhm.
no, saying that her paper was good or this paper was
Mhm.
bad. It is nothing like that. So it has, a
Okay.
culture has to set in. Now
Correct.
CBSE has said that minimum 50 hours. So in the
Correct.
summer vacation, within 5 days, I completed. 35 to 40 hours. So this is only by CBSE, but then we go for NCRT, we go for Australian Council and Education Research. There are
Right.
so many other
Correct.
fantastic program is going on. So for me, I think every Saturday, the teacher has to train or to know what is happening in the with their counterpart in the other part of the world. So
Correct.
there has to be a me time for every teacher. I have that me time, 10:30 to 12 maybe in the night. I sit down, I do little research, I do little reading, I read the research papers, what is happening in Korea, what is happening in Singapore, in US, in Australia, so that I can bring in those practices in my classroom. So teaching profession is such, you need to have that me time for your neural growth. You may read, you may listen to good music some days and pamper yourself. You
Absolutely.
may go out and have a coffee and buy a nice dress outfit and come back. That is your me time in between. Please invest on yourself so
No,
that
no,
you have that growth mindset.
correct. No, no, wait. I think you've already answered that in the sense that almost every Saturday, which means 50 hours already taken care of, more than 50
Yeah,
hours, I would
besides
say.
second Saturday, which is a closed holiday, rest all Saturdays, we really sit together. Even for holiday homework, this is a practice in my school. Holiday homework, all of us sit together right from 10 to 6, goes beyond 6. You know why? Because we find out first a theme which is relevant to the whole family. So holiday homework is a family ritual, not question paper, pen and paper for the child. So that's why we have to really sit together, and the whole theme is developed right from nursery to class 12. So the label goes up. Theme is same. And grandparents and parents and everybody together are involved and engaged with that holiday homework. This time with the CBSE focus on low sugar and zero oil of the government. So I gave them that those 4 weeks target, and I gave them right from morning 6 o'clock to night many sample menus, what all detox water, what can the breakfast menu, the mid morning, the lunch, and then evening and dinner, and you do and calculate the glycemic index, calculate the amount of oil you are having, where is your water break, where is your fruit break, and then study the impact on your health, whole family. And the child has to set the family looking at the preferences of grandparents, of parents, of siblings, everything. So it was such a, even my colleagues, also few principals said that we started keeping those targets and saw the huge impact on our body, how it is affecting us. So what is relevant, what is going on, move with the trend and do something innovative, then everybody will accept, adopt. So that's why it anything, any teacher wants to do anything, it should have, nowadays corporate culture is how many you have impacted. I attended one workshop for 3 days, night till 2 o'clock. We were working. Last day, we were supposed to present one project. How, as school leader, you can have wide scale impact on everybody. So my project was on health and hygiene because I could know that a lot of project on academics, on other things. So when you travel, when you visit malls, in the washroom, you see a frame there, you know, the caretaker has done and the tick mark there. If you have observed, I could observe that.
Yeah,
So in
yeah.
my school, if you visit my school, every corridor and near the toilet, you will find a format there. The student volunteer, the teacher volunteer, the floor in charge, the conservancy staff who has cleaned, and the supervisor. 5 people are taking onus and responsibility of cleaning the toilet and corridor. I could not find a single complaint from the parents that your toilet and corridors are on cleanliness because everybody was taking onus. So that was one project where school wide improvement I could do. So whatever you are doing, what is the scale? Whom you are impacting? What is the wide scale significance and impact you are making upon on whom? So
Absolutely.
that matters the most for every teacher. Even if you are a
Fantastic.
pre-primary teacher, you are teaching class 12, doesn't matter.
Wow. And you told me you took a flight of 2 hours from Bombay and you reached for this session. If you have this much of energy after 2 hours of flight, then imagine what would have happened. Lovely. Thank you very much. No, that's a huge compliment. The kind of passion and the kind of energy is phenomenal, Sudhaji. Fabulous.
And then three more
Absolutely.
words I want to say. I have adopted three Japanese philosophy. One is Kaizen, all of you know.
Correct. Correct.
Do you know Kaizen? It is
Continuous
incremental
improvement. Yes.
improvement.
Improvement.
So
Correct.
shifting from periodic innovation to micro innovation. We have annual days, annual sports days, ATL Fest. These are all comprehensive annual production, TED Talk. Instead of that, if you do some innovation in a questioning technique, a new technique of grouping students, maybe, a new technique of doing PTM, categorized staggered
Mm-hmm.
PTM.
Mm-hmm.
These are micro innovation. And then
Absolutely.
another is wabi sabi and kintsugi.
Mm-hmm.
Imperfection is beautiful. So
Mm-hmm.
don't think that you have to be perfect. None of us are perfect. Japanese, there is a technique. If a ceramic bowl is broken, they do gold something designing that it looks far beautiful. That means they're highlighting your imperfection.
Infection.
Got
Very
it?
nice.
So one is failed forward Fridays. Whatever your failed attempt, we will celebrate that in
Very
the weekend.
nice. Very
So
nice.
then no teacher is ever apprehensive if I do something new, whether I'll be appreciated or not. You will be appreciated for your attempt. That has to be the
Absolutely.
culture in the school. And another, teachers, please keep a parent skill bank. Your parents are your assets. Involve them. They should belong to your classroom so that this suspension, all suspicion and blame game that at home this is not happening, parents say at the school this is not happening. Use your assets, optimum utilization of your skill bank. So parents are
Absolutely.
most important resources for me. Keep them inviting into the classroom and use their skills.
Wonderful. Wonderful, Sudhaji. Absolutely wonderful. In fact, I'm just looking at the time. I said the first half will be with a discussion and the next half will be for Q&A. We're left with only 10 minutes for
Please,
Q&A.
please, please. I'm
So
so sorry.
if you allow us, no, it's fantastic. Absolutely. In fact, we could have gone another 30 odd minutes, but just because I think I want to keep track of the time, I'm saying this. We open up the house for Q&A, leaders. In fact, if there is any question, any observation, let us have your virtual show of hand. We'll help you unmute and then you can pose your question or your observation. Let's do this. Obviously, this is the phenomenal in terms of, we have Shailendra Kumari. Please go ahead.
Good evening, one and all. I am not having any query for this session, but ma'am, I really wanted to appreciate, though I was able to find everyone is a big fan of yours, but after I think years of moving here and there, I've seen such a fantastic leader who's passionate, who's understanding what has to be delivered to the student, how to connect to the parent, how to develop different features, and value education a lot. Then, in the truest sense, ma'am, you are a perfect leader. And we all emulate. I look forward to emulate you. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Wonderful.
And thank you,
We
Gaurav sir,
all
for this
learn from each
wonderful.
other. I mean, if we sit together, maybe I will learn much more than you will learn from me.
Very nice. Fantastic. Thank you,
Yeah,
Shalinji. Thank you
fantastic.
for your question. In fact, your remarks. And Trupti, go ahead. Good to see you.
Ma'am, I am in awe. Intermittently I had to get out, but I am in awe of everything you said. You made it, you spoke from your heart. It's given me so many fabulous ideas. Systemic cultural change, I think, starts from the top to be able to. And, hats off to you. More power to you. May your tribe grow, keep inspiring us. Because,
Thank you, Trupti dear. And you are one of us.
I mean, but like you said, just to watch and hear you do, and these are things that you have actually applied and are doing consistently, right? I can just imagine how happy your teachers must be.
Teachers must be.
And
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, and see
Really,
that is a game changer for any institution.
Absolutely.
Happy
Absolutely.
teachers, just because today that's what we need. What is missing is just happiness and love and kindness in classrooms.
Absolutely.
One thing was missing in my school, that is a creche for my teachers' children. The
Uh-huh.
young mothers, my
Right,
economics HOD, my sociology HOD, they all have
right.
given. And
We
I
lose.
do their baby shower also in school, because I think that I'm a mother at school, and most of them are in nuclear family. Maybe
Yes.
mother-in-laws are out. So we have a gala party and a sari and blessing and all those things. And after that, now their children are very small. They want to come back. So this session, April, I'm starting with that also, so that they come
I
happily,
mean,
and in between they
hats
can
off.
go see their children and come back, so that it is in my for me only, so
No.
I get the benefit and the school gets the benefit that I
I know.
get happy
Now,
teachers.
now
Because
I'm
we lose such good workforce. We lose such good workforce when they go for the maternity. But I
Correct.
think you are an inspiration. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Gaurav. Thank
Thank
you
you,
very
No,
thank
no,
you.
pleasure. Good to see you. In fact, I was just about to say this, that Sudha ji, somehow, I don't think so. You have 24 hours with you. You certainly have an edge. You have 48 hours with you. The amount of, right? I was just wondering that we feel कि ये 24 घंटे तो हमारे लिए बहुत कम पड़ रहे हैं, और आप वो 24 घंटे में क्या-क्या चमत्कार कर रही हैं. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I have three more questions, or I think
Yeah,
three
yeah.
more hands we'll quickly take up. First is Miss Jaswant, then we'll go to Shubham, and then we come to Mr. or I would say Siba. Yeah, Siba Prasad Tripathi. Please go ahead.
Ma'am, good evening. Very nice session. Excellent energy. I must appreciate. I have two queries.
Yeah.
Ma'am, you mentioned somewhere buddy bench system. I just want to know that you have wing-wise counselor sort of thing, or some mentor or some coordinator who is giving support to them. First question. Second, you somewhere mentioned that AI in 11th and 12th and multimedia in 8th or 9th standard. I want to know more about it.
Okay, so the body bench system, actually, these are the system which, when I said it is, I acquired this in my meantime. So body bench in Australia, in Israel, and other countries, I have seen that. So in junior wing, I have body bench. In senior wing, I have body bench. In playground, which is
Okay.
most important, I
Mhm.
have body bench. So different places. For me, every teacher has to be a counselor. I have one counselor who is fantastic, but what she does is that she takes class wise all the teachers and gives them strategy and
Okay.
observes whether these strategies are working or not. Buddy bench means when if I am sitting there also, maybe one of the teacher or my class 12 student can come and sit with me and just start informal conversation. There
Okay.
is somebody who is ready for active listening with empathy. That is the concept of buddy bench. There are of
Okay.
course rules of buddy bench which I have set in,
Mhm.
and so buddy bench is for students, for teachers, for principal, for anybody. So
Okay.
that means when you are sitting there means you are not well, maybe you are not feeling well, maybe physically, maybe mentally, or you want somebody to listen to or to be with you, so you'll be provided that. So it's not coordinator, counselor, nobody.
Thank you. And what about this multimedia and AI? AI.
Multimedia, web designing, and that is in 11, 12 only,
Mhm.
skill subject. And AI is a major subject like computer science. I have offered AI, and many takers are there. Even I have offered yoga, which is a game changer. You know, those science students, physics, chemistry, biology, or physics, chemistry, maths with physical education, they think that you don't have to study and we can concentrate. Now, when I offered yoga, yoga itself is having 1,000 employment avenues. Every embassy, every corporate, other country, everywhere yoga instructor is required. Or otherwise, those who are doing humanities, those who are not academic, is taking up yoga. So in the first year itself, I got huge response, and 5 students scored perfect 100 in yoga. That has inspired many more. So
Thank
when you start things, no, girls cricket team and girls football team. Now when Indian team they won, I mean, class 3 girl is coming up, ma'am. Can I be a part of the school team? I want to play for India.
Okay,
You know,
beautiful, beautiful.
Chandrayaan. So one of my student is in ISRO team. That team. So she came and gave a career talk. How do you reach ISRO? So many want to be space scientists. So we have to share success stories and bring in your alumni and create that culture.
Okay, thank you so very much. Thank you so much.
Shiba, Shiba Prasad Tripathi, please go ahead.
Sir, good evening, sir, and good evening, ma'am. I'm sorry, actually, I had last session. I remember Gaurav sir has told that on 29th of this month, and it will be the last session for the whole year. Actually, what should I tell? Like, I am privileged and delighted that whatever Gaurav sir is telling, means doing and getting associated with all of you respective educators, I'm literally feeling blessed that lot of things I am learning, even though I am not directly into the leadership team, but being part of this group, I am being delighted and enlightened too much, man. So that is what I just wanted to take away today, and I had only heard about this within the Q&A session. So I just wanted to have my gratitude to Gaurav sir and the whole leadership team to be getting associated with all of you.
So you
No
are the
more
future
Q&A.
leader only in wetting, in wings.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes,
Thank you so much,
absolutely.
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Shubham, go ahead, please. Thank you, Shiba, for your kind words. Appreciate it. Thank you. Shiba, Shubham, please. Then we go to Mr. Ganesh and Dev. Dev will be the final question, and with which we will say thank you to Sudhaji. She obviously needs a little rest now. I believe so. Yes. Go ahead, Shubham, please.
Yes. Actually, ma'am, you said about the kind of atmosphere that we create in the school as leaders. So, what is my personal observation is when we are creating a toxic atmosphere in the school, uh, the coordinators are getting trained in such a kind of a toxic atmosphere. And when they become principals in the future, so they will be just carrying forward the same kind of an atmosphere wherever they will be going and working. So therefore, I think like we as leaders need to make an atmosphere which is conducive for the teachers to grow and give them a chance. So like, ma'am, I think like we as leaders need to work on this more.
100%. The school leader set the tone. The hallmark of a good leader is to walk beside, to create more leaders, not to walk ahead. So leader has to eat at the end, listen everything, take the blame if something is going wrong and give the credit to the team.
Shubham is also a very young leader,
I
Sudhaji,
know,
just
I
as a
know.
matter of fact. He's a very passionate young leader. Yeah.
Yes.
Ganesh ji, please go ahead. Your question.
Thank you, sir. It's a wonderful session. I would like to know what is the concept of ubi sobi. Ma'am used one expression, ubi sobi. Kaizen, I know. Will you please
Acha.
explain it a bit, ma'am?
Wabi Sabi is again celebrating the imperfection and working on imperfection. It's a Japanese philosophy. Like you must have read what is that book?
Six Sigma.
Ikigai.
Ikigai.
Yeah, I did.
You did know? So
Yes.
Ikigai, you will see everything. So there, these three philosophies are very nicely explained. So that it's a way of seeing the world that finds beauty and harmony in imperfection.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. So nice of you. Thank you, sir. Gaurav sir.
Perfect. Thank you, sir. Dave, your question, and then we'll say thank you to everyone. Go ahead, please.
Good evening, Gaurav and team. Good evening, Sudha ma'am and all the leaders. Sudha ma'am, this is another session with you 4 years back. You conducted one session on special education with Indian school mascot.
Oh, yes.
I was there only. And from there, something I picked up. Still, the extension of the same I could feel with your teacher interaction into your this session. You had a coffee with the teachers, if you remember.
Yes.
Right. So this is the extension part of the same. And Gaurav-ji, let me be little biased. So far, it was the best practical session I conducted for the year end this year. And please don't mind if other speakers are listening to me. Because the way you presented the small thing, it was a practical session instead of speaking. So listening to you, one more thing I picked up from there as you talk about the staff room to classroom. So there is a CBP on the happy classroom, correct? And what you said, the not the extension part, but before pre-phone part of the same session, that if the classroom, staff room is happy, then only classroom can be happy. So I would suggest you, if you can have your own resource, develop a small kind of training program or the module, happy staff room.
Yeah, I can.
Like the Delhi introduced, the
I've done
happy
for my
classroom.
own staff.
Yeah, please. So because you are doing the best practices to make the staff room happy, it means the teachers happy. The same thing can be implemented by your own module. That would be very great. And I would I would suggest to Gauravaji and team, if he can start the same thing from his own platform, happy staff room. This is my suggestion.
Absolutely brilliant suggestion.
Actually, he's so much correct. I heard about this, that staff room is very, very toxic. I mean, the discussion which goes on and the unhappiness, unpleasantness, as Subham also said, that a lot of regulation, monitoring, all those things. If actually we invest time on training, on trust building, on team building, then these monitoring strategies will go away. It is monitoring is going on because there is lack of trust building, understanding.
Correct.
If we understand each other, in my school, I can 100% tell you that no teacher takes leave telling a lie. I don't think. I mean, everybody will say that, ma'am, this is must for me. We are all female workforce, and then something family event, they have to go. If somebody is unwell, they have to take care. I can't. Family comes first. I always say relationship, health, and then comes money. And we have to maintain work life balance. So if I can't take care of their family, why should they take care of my school as a extended family?
The same thing you need to compile into your kind of module and can introduce. And sorry, Gauravaji, for my attire, because
Not
I
a
am
problem
traveling
at all.
Station was
kahan
so
par hai?
enlightened, man. Bengaluru.
Acha. Oh, yes. No, which I know. I thought you were traveling. Perfectly
I have
good.
been to Oman. I think after he came back again, I went there, the HPC, and I think I have trained 15,000 teachers there.
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Rajiv Chauhan also was heading there.
Yeah, he has come back to Birla, Pune.
Perfect.
Pune.
So, Gauravji, thank you very much for interfacing me with these mentors.
No, 100%. In fact, I was just about to say thank you to you. I know there is one more question which is coming up, but my request is that you can put that question in the chat and we will relay it to Sudhaji, because I wanted really to finish this at 6:30. It's already 6:34 by my watch. Everyone, Firstly, I'm sure this is on behalf of everyone because they are all been muted by us. Otherwise, same would have said this, which is that we had a great 1 hour and absolutely an honor listening to you. I mean, the comments in the comment section are a reflection of that. And in fact, there are some brilliant ideas. Induji has given few ideas. I have noted them down. I may not have responded to those queries, but I have certainly noted down all the ideas which have been suggested because people are asking for more of your sessions, which we will plan. We will definitely plan and we will get back. Even Shwetambari is here, so I'm sure ideas like trust building are great ideas for workshops and all these collaboration. And we'll see how we can do this along with you. And obviously, what Devji said is something which, if you will develop, I will make sure that I will promote it India or for that matter wherever IPN goes for your, and it should be your proprietary knowledge and it should be under your own trademark for that matter. So all the very best. And everyone, thank you very much. And because this is our final session, on behalf of everybody here, I would like to say a happy New Year. आपको सभी को नई न्यू ईयर की बहुत-बहुत शुभकामनाएं and have a great time with your families and loved ones. Thank you very much.
Happy New Year to all of
and
you.
Take care. Take care,
Thank you.
everyone.
Namaskar.
Bye-bye.